welcome back. What? You're
Hey,
back.
I'm back. I'm here. It
Welcome
feels so
back.
good to be back. Thank
I
you. Thank you for
know.
having me back.
I love your hair. I love your hair. It's so
Thank
you.
you.
It's so you. It's so you. Hey, you know what? We've got somebody that's really awesome, amazing. I've talked to him several times. I mean, I've talked to him personally and stuff like that, but I've never had him on the show. I'm really excited to have him. He's just like a pioneer in a lot of different things.
He's
And
one of my heroes. Like I don't think you know that, but
I didn't know that. I really didn't.
yes. Oh my gosh, this man has more talent in his little pinky
Right?
than like
I was
all
fixing
the
to say that.
musicos put together. And he's so wise and he has so much experience in the business. So, I mean, if you are new to the industry and you are tuned in with us tonight, you have really joined in on the perfect podcast because this man has literally seen it all. And yet he is so humble and so willing to help others.
So
And
so
man,
that so
he
the
blows my mind.
so the Otis is on us to really do good then, I guess.
Yes, like we have to ask good questions. So,
Good
okay,
questions.
if you guys are chiming in, you guys have to start throwing in your questions into the chat. If we don't get to them right away, be patient because I promise you, Indio over here, he's like really, really good at finding all of those questions in there, right? And man, I'm so stoked for this one. This one, it's right up there in my Adasa interview. Like right that's the status it's at. This man is just amazing. I can't stop singing his praises. I have only had a few conversations with him. One in particular was actually about doing some songwriting together, which is yet to happen, but I know it's going to happen. So it's just a matter of finding time and all of this other stuff. But oh,
There's
I
always
can talk
something.
about this man all night long, but let's bring him on, Lawrence. And
Let's bring him on.
man,
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll that intro and we'll bring him on. Here it goes.
Ay amor, ay amor.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wait. Welcome. Wait.
Can you
I
hear
got
me?
my
Yeah,
yay!
here I am.
Jose
Hola,
Rosario!
hola.
thank you. Hola, sir. How are you doing? How are you?
Muy bien, muy bien. It's a great pleasure to be with you guys, Hilda and Lawrence and Dio. It's just amazing. You know, you're my dear friends, and we connect. You know, I was talking with a friend earlier how at some point in your life you connect with people and you connect more spiritually.
Yes.
You know when things are positive and when the connection is good at the spirit level, and that's where you guys and I are at.
Aww.
Thank you so very much.
Right
I
here.
appreciate you. I appreciate that. Well, I think when we talked last time, as a Native American, we're all Native Americans in general are very spiritual people. I
Yes,
think that was one of the biggest hurdles that a lot of Europeans had to cross was because in the olden times, Europeans only believed that humans were the only ones with
Mhm.
spirits. Native Americans, we believed that everything had spirits: the grass, the trees, the sky, the birds, the everything had a spirit. So everything deserved respect, and that's how we lived. And I think sometimes we get away from that, and that's what reduces our humanity when we lack compassion for things, for
and
people,
it's
for
the most important.
stuff.
It's the most important. It's the foundation for everything, for our relations to other people. You know, talking with
Mhm.
Urbina Jones, who's a
Mhm.
very spiritual artist, and that's why we connected. There's a
Oh,
good friend of mine, Dr. Ellen Riojas Clark. She's
yes,
an
yeah.
just an academic. She's an intellectual and just an ambassador of culture for our city here in San Antonio to everywhere. At that spiritual level, and as a matter of fact, you know, we know each other. She's
Mhm.
mi amiga del alma, you know, because we connect at the soul level. It'd be else is. There's where it's precious. It's there's that
Yeah.
connection. Well, like hundreds of years before in other lives, and you can't beat that kind of a connection.
Yeah, it's very holistic too. It's complete. You know, it's not a lacking in any way. And which
Mhm.
I do appreciate you sharing that with us. And you know what, Urbina was just a wonderful interview, and she's, oh my gosh, a beautiful person inside and out.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
talent too. And you
she's
know,
an amazing artist. You know, Urbina Jones reminds me of Vicente Fernandez and Julio Iglesias, of how the
oh,
work ethic, the way they she handles herself,
Mhm.
very classy, very professional, and her music is so important. The quality of everything that she does, the
Yes.
quality of everything that she says, everything she wears, how she connects with the fans. It's just incredible. You know, it's very reminiscent of how when I work with Julio Iglesias, when I work with Vicente Fernandez, with Ricky Martin. You know, it's
Mhm.
just that same feeling I get with Urbina Jones. It's
Wow.
just that high quality artist, you know, and I see it now in the new artists, the new Tejano artists that we are mentoring.
Mhm.
They also are developing that kind of work ethic and that kind of being, you know, because bottom line, you know, when we write songs, Hilda, and music, we don't know how much money am I going to make or how is it going to be
Yeah.
successful. Just write music, we do it because it's from our heart. It's a gift from God. You know, it's not us
Mhm.
doing it, right?
hmm
Exactly.
yeah, I think that's one of the things that I've always asked a lot of artists is the existential part of that. You know, do you understand how it affects people in the emotional sense? You know, how people are going to fall in love to the music that they're listening to, that you're portraying. I
Mhm.
firmly believe that every artist, every good artist, they put some of themselves into every song that they release, and you know, the people, they're able to grasp that. That's what makes music so eternal. They're able to take that and make that part of their
Mhm.
lives. That was one of the reasons that I started artwork in the first place, is how I could find the calm in all of the madness that was when I was in the military. Was uh, I could reminisce through music. I could It could take me out of where I was at, and bring me when I was, you know, 10 years old, or you know, when I was 13, wherever I was. I wasn't there anymore because music took me away. It gave me an
Yes.
escape, and I was able to experience something outside of where I was at. You know, music is got that ability. It has that magic that's able to to transport us, and help us relive some of that. You know, and it has that power. And
Yeah, it's a spiritual experience,
mhm,
no doubt.
and
Yes.
that's very good. And you have one of the key elements that a lot of people, they I don't say that they don't understand it. I think it's more or less that they don't realize the construct of music. It's not only is it just the the instruments put together, but it's also the lyrics. The lyrics have a lot to do with it, and
Mhm.
those are elements that are not always by the same person. And so a lyricist is another person that really has great power to command emotion with words and innuendo. That's a huge talent amongst itself, and you are one of the greater writers. I mean, let's see
Yes.
here.
God.
Amor, perdóname, necesito, pídame, ruégame, una noche de amor. I mean, you were with the Barrio Boys, you know, on the Latin billboards. You were, I mean, you know, you got singer songwriter, producer, arranger, you know, vocal coach. You got all these things. I'm going to just list off some of these people that I came across when I was doing some research. I was like, oh my gosh. Vicente Fernandez, Selena Alejandro Fernandez, Ana Gabriel, Paulina Rubio, Alvaro Torres, Pandora, La Mafia, Eddie Gonzalez, Stephanie Montiel, Bobby Polido, David Garza y Los Musicales, Los Palominos, and Ednita Navarro, Edna
Ednita
Barbosa,
Nazario from Puerto Rico, yes.
from Puerto Rico. See, I'm paying attention, brother. I'm paying attention. Martin Mendez, Samuel Hernandez, and then Grammy nominated singers like Manuel Vargas. I mean, just Jimmy Bonstante and all these other people. There's so many, and but it's a testament to your talent, and it's also a compliment
Mhm.
to your ability. And thank you so very much for being here with us. I really do appreciate you.
Yes.
And I've asked you to come on the show, and I was kind of worried that you were going to say no. So
Yeah,
I'm going to be upfront. I was just like, he's going to say no, and then you was like,
I
you know
almost
what?
did.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
So funny.
Well, you know what? We were kidding around the other day because every time I saw him, he was always in a suit and tie, and you showed up in a t-shirt, remember? And I was
Yeah.
like, "Jose, you're in a t-shirt?"
Wait, you own a T-shirt?
I know that's what I
I
was
am
like.
like,
So he
I
went
always
into
saw a
shock.
shirt. I know. I was like, I thought you know what, in my own, simpleton mind, I was thinking like he goes to sleep in a shirt and a tie. It's like he goes when he wakes up, he has to take off his ascot and everything else. It's just like,
that's hilarious.
all right, real quick, Borrado Lopez B, thank you very much for joining us. He
Hey,
says, "What's up,
Bravo.
Indio?" Yeah, Janie Lopez. She says, "Oh, hello to super excited to see the show with Mr. Jose Rosario."
Aw.
Saludos.
Alfredo Rios, the lone Mexican himself. He says hello and my respects to Jose Rosario. Gavino Perez. He says hello, everyone. Gavino, by the way, is nominated for Promoter of the Year on the Guadalupe Awards, I think.
All the
So
way
that's
from
pretty
the
cool.
valley.
Lots of nominees. Yes,
Yeah,
lots of
yeah, lots,
nominees on the
lots of
Guadalupe
nominees. Yeah.
Awards.
Borrado Lopez says, Indio, thank you again for your services, sir. Oh, yeah, thank you so very much. Yeah, I forgot. I know I have my head on. I have to look down on my picture and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm wearing it. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's one of those things that's just it's really awesome to see the people that know your name and the amount of respect that it garners,
Mhm.
but it's not without it's not fodder. It's not just fodder. It's not just something that's given away. It's something that you've earned, and it's with great respect. And I think one of the things that I wanted to ask you was when you first started out, because I know your mother and your father had a lot of influence on you, but what was it? What was the point? What was the turning point in your mind or in yourself that said, you know what, this is the road that I want to. This is the path that I want to take.
I really had no choice. I grew up in music, immersed in music, because my father was mariachi nacional in Guadalajara. And
Hmm.
when they had the rehearsals, they had him at home. So that's all I knew. My mom was a singer, and she taught me the first song, Paloma Querida by Jose Alfredo Jimenez. And I learned all the rancheras, all the classic rancheras from my mom, my dad, and the mariachi. So much so that my dad said, "Okay, I'm going to have a teacher teach you how to play trumpet, so you can play with the mariachi." And I was only 8 years old at the time.
Oh
And
no.
by the time I was 9, almost 10, my teacher asked me if I could go play with this combo, which was like a tropical combo. And I told him, I don't know, I'm not a musician. And he says, yes, you are, because I was supposedly his best student. So I started playing professionally when I was
Wow.
almost 10 years old, and then after that I joined at 10 years of age, and it was a 14-piece orchestra, and I was first
Oh wow.
trumpet. And the next youngest person, I was 10, and the next youngest person, 33 years old.
Wow. That's amazing.
I couldn't.
So that's how I started. I I have never even considered or was not going to be a musician. It was just a fact. I started writing when at the same time,
Wow.
I saw that my orchestra
Mhm.
uh, started on. I go, let me write one song. So I wrote my first song ever since.
Wow. What a
that's
journey.
that's oh, I haven't stopped ever since. Well, I think it's I obviously experience counts for a bunch if you're able to know the arrangements of music and everything else.
Mhm.
But I have friends that have worked with you and you've helped them with lyrics. I mean, Angel Jimenez, of course, and I helped her with her music video
Yes,
too. And Rita Cappuccino, of course, you've helped her. Cappuccina, not cappuccino. Cappuccina, you've
oh,
helped her.
we have a lot of music coming up with Rita. Yes,
Yeah, and so she's a good friend of mine. She's actually from here, from San Angelo. And so, I talked to her, and obviously Shelly's a good friend, and you've worked with Shelly for forever and a day. And so it's
yes.
it's it's uh it's 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 interesting how when they refer to you, it's almost like in an academic kind of way. And I don't mean that to be very sterile. What I mean that is like it's like a teacher student kind of way. Like you're teaching them, you're showing them, as opposed to you know they're you're not parallel with them, you're above them. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm learning so much with them. And it's like they're studying for a test, because we're going to see Jose tomorrow. I got to study for a test. I know he's going to show me a pop quiz or something like that. you know they always give me that look, like I used to have that look. I remember that look in the morning, where you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh no, that science project is due today, and you've had 3 weeks to do it. I'm
And
always
I
that
haven't
guy that walked
started.
into the class with that cup of dirt, and like, I haven't started anything. I just walk in with a cup of dirt, and they're like, "Hey, Lawrence, what is that?" It's
Yeah.
a cup with dirt in it. And they're like,
Mm.
could you explain it? Well, there's dirt in my cup. So, but they have that. They always speak to you with that kind of that. You've always been an educator, and
Mhm.
that's with people that have done this. I mean, Rita's been at it for years. I know Shelly's been at it since she was 12, and Angel, she's in college for music, and here they are giving you this. How does that make you feel to know that people that are that talented, and even the ones that you've worked with, are making that big event for Vicente Fernandez in itself? And having you, giving you that adulation of your great accomplishments, which is wonderful.
Mhm.
I can't even fathom. You know,
Well, I think
I
more
can't.
more more than adulation is trust. When with Vicente Fernandez, I asked him at one point if we could go to our radio station to do an interview. Done that when I was starting my career. Why am I supposed to that? Forget I said that. I'll do whatever you say. Because I had a plan,
Wow.
and
Yeah,
he said, "Okay, just whatever you want to do, let's do it." So we did it. We went to Los Angeles. By the time we got to Caleb, of course, I took him in a limo, and as we're driving up on the limo, there's fans lined up all around the block.
Wow.
And I told Vicente, this is why I wanted you to come to the station so you could see the people that love you. And
yeah,
so we stopped. He got off the limo, shook hands with people, took pictures and everything. Then we went into the radio station, and of course, the people at Caleb were shocked that Vicente Fernandez was actually there at the radio station, because same thing, they thought, Vicente's not coming to our radio station, but he
Mhm.
right.
did. And it's about trust. and I ask the artist to trust me, because I do have a lot of experience, and there's that experience of working with a multinational company like Capitol Records, like Sony, and being being a vice president doesn't come just because you're you. It comes because of experience, because of what you can accomplish. You can turn around a company, for example, a company that was losing millions of dollars, turn it around to where it's making millions of dollars a month. And because you come up with the ideas, with the initiatives, with looking at the artists and seeing how you can handle that, each one of the artists, to get the best marketing, the best promotion, the best exposure for the artist. I come back to
Mhm.
when I first started listening to her music, just like Ilda, I fell in love because her music is so deep
Yeah.
and it's so polished, and
Mhm.
the honky tonk mariachi so unique. You know,
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It has a
but
flavor all of its own. It's not. I think one of the beautiful things, it's expanded, and it's not too far on the fringes to where it's obnoxious. It's not. It's what it is. It's
no,
broadening. It's broadening
it's
something.
so good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's broadening. It's
And
inviting.
I look at artists, for example, Emmanuel J. When I called him to be, he didn't
Hmm.
hesitate. He said, "Jose, whatever you say, let's do it." It's like that's the kind of
Yeah.
artist that I love to work with. Emmanuel J. with
Mhm.
Easy Sin, with Aaron Andrew from the Valley. Aaron is a rock Latino artist, and when I asked him, would you like to be in the movie playing a trio guy? He says, "Oh, in a heartbeat when I show up." So
Yeah, it's actually, it's what I have the trailer, so that way people can see the people that are tuning in, so that way you can see what we're talking about.
Mhm.
They've written a song for a movie called "Say a Little Prayer," and it's going to be coming out in December.
no,
But
no, no, no.
here,
It's coming up sooner than that. November 22nd is going to premiere at all AMC theaters. And
Wow.
we're trying to get into this other theaters. I can't say the name yet.
oh,
You know, it's a national release on November.
okay, so that's like
Oh,
Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Exactly. Yes.
It's Thanksgiving
And
through
let me say
24th, right?
the
is it?
producer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the producer is Cristina Nava, and it's awesome. Because here we have a lot of female power coming in, and
Mhm.
it's Latinos.
Mhm.
Uh, Nancy de los Santos is the writer. The movie is a project he's been carrying for 20 some years, and we actually met before we talked about the movie because she was writing the Abraham Quintanilla biography in English,
Oh
and
wow.
I was getting sent whatever she was writing. Abraham Quintanilla was sent to me to translate into Spanish. So Nancy de los Santos wrote the English, and I wrote the Spanish. Through writing, we got to know each other. Because
Mhm.
it's also go through the work, and
Right.
then we met like I think like a year, 2 years later at a restaurant in San Antonio because one of the executive producers, Aline Kretz, said, "You guys have to meet." And when we met again, it was like we had known each other for before. It was that spiritual connection, and
Yeah.
then she asked me if I would help with the Tejano part of the music, and Patrick Perez Vidauri, the director of the movie. Um, came into the scene, after everything is done, and they explained to me what they need. So we started getting the musicians that I knew in Tejano. Of course, Shelly Lares. You have a group that comes in, the Sons of Emilion, and
Yeah,
everything
that's the
comes
Greek mix.
together. Yes, and so
And Luis Fonsi's in
and
it. Luis Fonsi's in it.
Luis Fonsi is in the movie. Luis Fonsi is the superstar, and together with Luis Fonsi, you have Vanessa Vasquez, an amazing actress. You have Jackie Cruz. You have Vivian Lamoli,
Mhm.
and just a whole lot of artists. And of
Mhm.
course, the Mexican people. I know me. I love to see Angelica Maria, and I was shocked to see that she spoke perfect English. I
Wow.
I thought Angelica Maria is going to come out speaking Spanish with subtitles, right? And when I saw the screening, I go, "Oh my God, she's doing English all the way," and she's just an amazing actress.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it just the chemistry between Luis Fonsi and Vanessa is incredible. When you guys see the movie, I think the movie is cultural, it's social, and it shows because it's a Latino movie, and
Yeah.
it's when you look at it, when you listen to it, it is a Tejano movie, you
Hmm.
Wow.
because it shows a lot of the Tejano side.
Hmm.
So I think we as Tejanos, as Latinos, we need to support this kind of a project, because it's done by people that brought you the movie Selena.
Hmm.
All these are alumni from the Selena movie. You see Nancy de los Santos, you see Cristina Nava, Patrick Perez, and Patrick now is known as the king of the romantic comedies. So many successful. When I was in the midst of the filming, I noticed, they brought in a cinematographer from Mexico City, the top of the line. Um, the
Wow.
production movie, and I'm looking at Patrick like, do you know logistics for Patrick to bring the logistics of a Hollywood movie to San Antonio and to do it perfectly, because they were in. Luis
Yeah.
Fonsi only had so much time to be in San Antonio filming the movie because, as you know, Luis Fonsi is doing uh, the programs in Spain, the programs in South America, and then he's
Hmm.
doing a tour and he's doing recording and so on. But the movie was done on schedule, and I haven't told
Wow.
them, but I admire Patrick and Nancy because they run a tight ship. It- It's like everything on schedule, and they had a plan. All the logistics were. Yeah, I saw them stress out a lot, but it comes with the territory.
Hmm.
Yeah, that happens. And that's the way movie sets usually are. And I only know because I've made a I've made a movie before. I've made several short films, and I've done a film before, and it can be really, you know, if you don't have the right crew, it can really, especially if you don't have the right morale, it can decimate your film. I also know that you have Tatankameen on there.
Yes, the Tankam, and he was so amazing. He almost was not in the movie
Mhm.
because he got COVID.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
He got COVID right in the middle,
Oh no.
and yeah, and I remember, and Nancy asked if we knew someone who was Native American that could come in and do the, and there was the part of the acting, but Nancy and Patrick were not happy with it, and Tatanka came back, and
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
his part. And beauty talking about when the and the all the actors, everything is working. It worked like a family, and you could
Mhm.
tell there's a lot of love for Nancy and for Patrick and for Christina, for everybody here in San Antonio, because the movie was supposed to be done in Chicago,
oh
Oh
wow.
but
wow.
a friend of mine, uh, Rebecca, told Nancy, "Hey, how can you do a movie that's based in St. Anthony in Chicago? This is our San Antonio. You have to do it in San Antonio." So Nancy changed the script so it would fit San Antonio, and that's how the
Oh
movie came
wow.
to us. Thanks to Becky Barrera.
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
just to be able to move that around and everything else, and just to see all the people that were able to participate in this and it to pull it off isn't it, it's in itself is just it's amazing. And
Yeah, and when you see it on the screen, you will see the magic, and you can tell, just like in a song, when a song has heart, you feel it. Well, when a movie has heart, like this movie, say a little prayer, you will feel it, because there's a lot of positive vibe in the movie. There's a lot of funny moments. Of course, it's a romantic comedy, but there's a few moments that are going to make you cry, and there's some moments that are going to make you think like, okay, that's my family, that's me.
you're right. Definitely. It's Tejano time from DFW. Says shout out from DFW. What time is it? It's Tejano time. Yeah.
Hey, saludos.
Uh Angelica, is it uh uh Angelica Maria? I didn't know who she was. And well, I was working in Las Vegas and we were doing an event with Jose, who at the time I didn't know who he was either.
Oh my goodness.
And I know my mom was calling me, like she called me all day and she's like, and finally I answered the phone. I was like, Mom, I'm working. And she's like, Where you at? And I'm like, I'm in Vegas. I'm working with some guy. I think he's royalty or something. She's like, Why is that? And I was like, He's got two first names, Jose. She's like, You don't know who's okay, actually I called him Joe and Joe. And she's like, Joe
Poncho.
and Joe. And I picked up the bill and I was like, Oh yeah, it's Jose. And she's like, Jose, oh my God, you don't know who Jose. Like, why would I know who Jose is?
Mm.
And she just berated me over that. And I was like, Oh my God, I don't know who this guy is. But when I saw his video of his on the internet, I was like, Oh my God, this guy's incredible. And we were there because it was his 50th anniversary and they were retiring his jacket. They were going to donated to the Smithsonian. It was his 50th anniversary. He was going to retire from music and everything else. And she was there in attendance. That's when I got to see her.
Yeah,
So, but I had no idea who
legendary.
she was either. So I was just shaking hands with people. I had no idea who they were.
Yeah,
But
it's amazing.
I'm sorry
Am I
you
still there?
stopped. Could you repeat that because you froze up? Yeah, you're still
Yes.
here. Yeah, you're still here. You just froze a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of audience the Tejano fans don't know about, but they are super smart. And say, for example, if the, some of them going to know who he is,
Hmm.
but Julio is just a mega star. There's Angelica Maria. I grew up watching Enrique Guzman, Angelica Maria, the Green Tops, all those groups from back then. are the artists that have formed, say, the my life. When I think of Javier Solís, Pedro Angélica, María Enrique Guzmán, Jose, where my music comes from at some point, Juan Gabriel, of course, and who I had an opportunity to work with. And I almost signed him to Sony. Got to sign him to, he stayed within the family.
You still stayed within the family, but well, I didn't grow up listening to Spanish music. I'm actually Native American, so I listen to a lot of English music and Native American music, and so I didn't know any of it. I had to learn it along the way, and my mom, even though she was Spanish, she didn't she didn't talk to me in Spanish, and that was one of the reasons that my grandmother never spoke to me in English because she was upset. She was insulted that we didn't speak any Spanish, you know. But I only saw her like twice a year, so it was like I don't know who
So you
this
had no
lady
need.
is. Well, I mean, I could respond to her in English, and she would respond to me in Spanish, and she knew what I was saying in English. She spoke perfectly good English. She just wouldn't speak to me in English because she wanted me to learn Spanish. And it wasn't until later on when we could have a
Yeah,
conversation I would. And even when I was older and it was all over, and she still refused to speak to me in English. I mean, in Spanish. I mean, in English rather. She her last day on earth, she spoke to me in Spanish. She never spoke to me in English. After, I mean, I remember her
I
speaking to me in English when I was like 8, but that was it.
I think comes in as great conversation because within the language,
Mhm.
spirituality is best expressed in language.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's also language can be a barrier.
And I can, it does not need to be a barrier.
Oh yeah,
Yes, I agree with that because I still really rarely speak Spanish, but
but
my Spanish is
say it all in Spanish right
horrendous.
now. No, just kidding.
No, no. But my family, like my mom's side, is from Mexico. My mom was born in Mexico. My grandmother's from there. And it is a barrier, but I like how you're saying that it is a bridge too, because I've been able to connect with so many other people that have that same, hey, upbringing of no, we were taught to speak English, not Spanish. And it was just more of like a fitting in type deal. And now here we are older, and now we're yearning to learn about our culture and our language and everything like that. So it really has been a bridge. I've really been able to connect with other people that really understand where I'm coming from too. And I think we see that in the music. It just translates so beautifully in the music.
And it's a wonderful thing too.
Yes.
Being able to speak with other people and communicate, just making the effort to trying to communicate, trying to learn other people, and trying to be able to exchange ideas, that in
Mhm.
itself just is an invitation, as opposed to saying I don't care what you say. That in itself is the wall. That's the impenetrable wall, unwillingness to exchange ideas. But that's where music comes in, and regardless of your knowledge of music, because I didn't know music, like even today, the way I listen to Spanish music, the way I listen to Tejano music, I listen to the music first. I don't hear the words necessarily. I hear the rhythm, I hear the constructs of the instruments. The words always come secondary. I have to translate it later. Half the time I get it wrong because they're like, "This is a love song." No, it's not. But she said "amor" 4 times. It's like it's not love. but but that. That's how it works out for me, but even still, Rick Balarama joining the group. Hey, Rick, how you doing, brother? Thank you so very much for being here. Um, and he's got a beautiful song that's coming out. I can't wait for it to come out.
Hi,
Yeah,
Rick.
but yeah, that's one of the wonderful things that it is. Let me go ahead and play the let me play the trailer for the movie real quick because we're talking about the movie, so that way people can see the trailer of the movie at least.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Hey, this
Say
is
hello
say a little prayer,
later.
and then we'll play the song here in a bit. First, this is the say a little prayer, so that way you can get a construct of what the movie is that we've been talking about here.
Are you ready, Boots?
It's a beautiful movie.
We'll start with 15.
Are you out of
1500
your
is the bid. 1500. Now,
Okay, this is when I take my
2500
boots
is the
off.
bid.
It's called Good Debt.
I never said I was gonna propose to you.
To your great booty. Beauty.
Follow the tradition that we have upheld for generations.
Saint Anthony, the saint you pray to when you lose your car keys.
I want to see the prayer.
Me too.
Amen.
Looking for anything in particular?
Swore I never love again, so I do
Nothing beats a picnic by the river.
Just found me enchanting.
tell
You are quite the tour guide.
when we kiss. Why would
Ruby, you still haven't told us what your mystery man's name is yet.
You are freaking unbelievable.
Stay out of my life, stay out of our life.
let the mission bells ring me home? 'Cause I am saved every time.
When you see a painting and you have that connection with the artist, it's magic. Told you it was magic.
He's a vegan.
So no carnitas. No ribs.
Never.
In Texas, that's weird.
No
There you go.
carnitas.
That's it's our side. It's not yours. It's Jose is freezing up just a little bit, so don't worry about it, Janie. Janie's asking, "Is it our internet that's freezing up?" No, it's us. So don't worry about it. We'll get you a better connection as soon as possible. But no, that's
So good, but
it's a funny trailer. It looks like it's going to be wonderful. Great color. You can I already noticed like 4 or 5 different places there. I was like, oh, I know that place. I know
yes,
that place. And so that's definitely going to be fun.
yeah,
And
I misplaced. Right?
yeah, Jaime's place is definitely there. Hey, by the way, if y'all didn't catch that song, "These Boots Are Made for Walking,"
That's by
is
Shelly
sung
Lares.
by Shelly Lattice, our very own Shelly Lattice. And man, she's doing it up. She's also got
Get it when you go into the movie. When the movie's going to feel like all goosebumps, start with Shelly, and you recognize her voice right away because
right.
it just makes it as that song and the song to open in Texas, and that that it's Tejano, because we went through a lot of different versions of the song, because and same thing for to exactly what the director and what Nancy wanted to have to be loyal to their vision. What do you want to hear? And Patrick, Nancy and Patrick said, Texas, Tejano. We need the conjunto part, and as something else, And they said, don't go like country, don't go all that. Son Tejano. For walking, it's real powerful in the production, but Nancy She and Patrick wanted that Tejano feel. Shelley delivered.
Oh yeah, and it's a great version. I just love it. But I love everything that Shelly does. So I'm a little biased, and so, I mean, but it's a wonderful song. And let's go ahead and listen to Amante Siempre, and it's from Los Cuatro Caballeros, which Jose put together. And Jose was gracious enough to send me the song, and I listened to it, and it's so beautiful. And I was just like, what can I do to help? Right away, you know me, Hilda. I'm a joiner.
Thank you.
I was like, what can I do? And so I didn't do anything really. I just, you know, I'm just Lawrence. But anyway, this is a beautiful song, and this is the single here. It just came out just a couple of days ago. But I encourage you to go ahead
I want to
and
thank everybody, because this part of the movie, because the movie's coming out in on the second, to release it like a month before, so people know the song and that is coming from the movie. But it's just amazing how the response has been, not just from San Antonio, but it's been in Latin America and everywhere. Uh, I think it's just an amazing. I never expected that. I just thought, okay, we're just going. Now it so happens that it's getting streamed everywhere.
it's got a
I
good
thank
push.
everybody,
It's
all
got
the
a
people.
good push. It's yeah, it's climbing up the charts and all over, like Jose was trying to say. It's all over all of different Latin countries, which is wonderful that they are embracing
Mhm.
this song, and the melodies are on point, the music is on point. It's a beautiful song, but to see it all over the world and how it's being embraced, that's the key thing. But you know what, Jose, it's because of the fact that it's well constructed music and it's universal and people can get something from
Mm.
it's universal in its emotion that people in various stages of their life, they can they can communicate with this song. They can feel part of it. It fits within their life. Yeah, it fits within their love cycle wherever they are.
I
It's
love
it's
it.
yeah, it's a hit. That's what makes it so universal. Let's go ahead and take a listen. This is Amante Siempre from Los Cuatro Caballeros, which was put together with Jose Rosario. That is the Jose Rosario, the one and only El de Lamas, and I'm just Indio here on
Oh,
Qvo Radio.
mm.
Ay, amor, ay, amor. Quisiera verte y adorarte una vez más y saborear el dulce vino de tu boca, sentir tu cuerpo y escucharte suspirar. Mis manos tienen ansias de quitar tu ropa.
Si me dejaras, yo podría motivar cada centímetro de amor que hay en tu piel. La calle sola, la noche callada y en nuestro cuarto la luz apagada. Yo esperando, no tardes, mujer. Ven a mi lado, comparte mi cama. No me despiertes al irte mañana, que amate siempre te recordaré.
intimidad. En esta noche me recuerda tantas cosas. Déjame amarte solamente una vez más, para saciar la sed de amar que me provocas.
Si me dejaras, yo podría motivar cada centímetro de amor que hay en tu piel. La calle sola, la noche callada, y en nuestro cuarto la luz apagada. Yo esperando, no tardes, mujer, ven a mi lado, comparte mi cama, no me despiertes al irte mañana, que amante siempre te recordaré.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful.
The harmonies on those are just
Yes.
insane. It's just, yeah.
Wow. Just wow.
Thank you.
It's just,
That's just wow.
yeah. Dina says, my
And
best for all
that's
to music journalism.
Emmanuel J.
Yeah.
That's Emmanuel
Emmanuel
J.
is awesome. His brother.
And Aaron.
Mhm. Easy Sin.
Beautiful job.
Easy Sin. You know, he did all the requinto part.
Wow.
When I called him, I thought that Emmanuel, but it was his brother.
Right. And they
When
look
he
so much
showed up
alike.
for filming, uh, he gets all guitar, and I go, "Where's your guitar?" He goes, "Oh my God, I had an extra car." So he says, "But I don't."
They're not listening to you, bro. Just.
And
Yeah,
so that's what we did. And now you know when you see him playing the guitar on the Riverwalk. Yep.
Well, I know his brother plays. I've seen his brother play bass, and I actually complimented him when he was there at Richie Valderrama's benefit. He just picked up somebody's bass and started playing. And I was like, dude, that's just really awesome that you would just pick up somebody's random bass and you went to town with it, because it takes a lot. I can play, but I have to have my instruments. If I play somebody else's instruments, I feel kind of weird. I can't. I don't know. It just
Both
doesn't
of
work.
them are
Much more.
incredibly talented.
Mhm. Yeah, very sure.
You know,
Any,
are both
Mhm.
those. I admire those twins. You know, because they left their back in Colorado to come here in San Antonio. Something to be admired. Both of them are so talented. Emmanuel plays keyboard. He knows his music. He can create a whole song all by himself.
Wow.
And when we did everything in his studio.
Oh wow.
We recorded and everything were done in his studio. And the thing is that I trust Emmanuel and I trust Easy. We've done some other songs. Basically,
Right.
through music.
Definitely, definitely. Um, Janie says it's a beautiful song, and she says, what an honor." Um, Dina Madrid, she says, "My best for all you give to the music industry and to journalism." I forgot to
Mhm.
mention that you have Latin Groove News. That is yours. It's a
Yeah.
wonderful paper, and you not, that's not all of it. You've got more. you've got you've got what is it, Pig House. You've got music distribution. I mean music. You do so many different things. Stevie D, how are you doing? Saludos.
Ay,
Thank you
mi
very much,
amigo
Stevie D.
Stevie D.
Thank you
Hey,
very much for
Stevie.
joining us. So you're involved in all aspects of music, and it's pretty awesome. I did want to share this one thing with you. I wanted to take a little time to share this one thing because I do my research. I try to do as much as we can. Janie, real quick, let me share this. She says, "We are so blessed to have met Mr. Jose Rosario sitting in the studio with him while Ali was recording Cuando Estoy Contigo." And so, yeah, he's so you're the type of person that definitely leaves an impression. And I just wanted to share something with you, and I hope you appreciate the efforts that I've gone through. And I mean that in the best way, not in a sincerest way. Not in, no, 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 no. I don't want you to be. I just don't want. I just wanted to share
No, it's all
something with you, and I. It's for Native Americans, we feel that the height of a person. See, we don't measure wealth by how much you attain. You measure wealth by how much you give away. The the true person or the true man, he has greatness by his wife, his woman. That is who he has. And his we have women. That's why we call it Mother Earth. Women are always tops. My hair is very long, and yeah, matriarchs. My hair is very long, and only females in my family can touch my hair. No other female can do that. So the female is a very respected person in the Native American culture. So that's where I'm going with this. Um, and I know you have a very special female in your life. And I wanted to share this with you and with everybody else because I think it's a very beautiful, beautiful thing that I came across. It goes like this.
Y ahí está tu mamá y tu papá.
Aquí traigo un sentimiento que me agobia y que me mata. De acordarme de la ingrata que trató de abandonarme, no quisiera ni acordarme de esa ingrata y cruel mujer que siendo yo su querencia no me supo corresponder. En el mar está una palma con las ramas hasta el suelo, donde se van a llorar los que no encuentran consuelo, pobrecita de la palma. Con el sol se marchitó y así se marchita mi alma cuando tú le dices que no. Muy bien, qué bonito cantó.
Todo está.
Feliz día.
That's your mom, my brother. And I just, that was beautiful. And I was flabbergasted when I saw it. I'm tearing up right now as I see it. Not a lot of us get
Beautiful.
to not a lot of us get to share
Yeah.
that moment, but you did, and I envy you and congratulations. And I hope you don't mind that I shared that. But
Thank you. No, no, quite the opposite. There's the culture and the nourishment of music came through. You know, older, uh, she got older, and as she grew older, she was my,
mhm.
you know, the same love that they give to us as we are growing up. When that's the same love that we're supposed to return to them. And circle life comes into play. Uh, all the love to give back because that's the way God wants.
Almost.
It's something sacred that
Mhm.
we all, our parents, our grandparents. It's the legacy. Their blood runs, and that's how they keep living.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, there's for us, we say our name is not ours. My name does not belong to me. My name is borrowed. It belongs to my ancestors. I should be careful what I do with it. But this world is also not mine. It is borrowed from my children. I have to be careful how I leave it for them. And so that's how we live in life. But you know, our ancestors, the Jumalehiyua, the animal that crawls on four, then walks on two, then walks on three, you know, from the day to the evening into the night. That is the circle of life. But to have that, and I just wanted to share that with you. I think it was beautiful, and I hope I didn't overstep my bounds. But I thought it was a very beautiful song, and I hope that you appreciate the how I wanted to share it and my intent behind it. I didn't want to impede in any way.
Mhm.
It's beautiful. Live in my heart. Uh, the recording industry, the being the I left all that to be mom. I
Mhm.
I left Los Angeles. I came to San Antonio. My dad, while I was being the big man, the big and he died here in San Antonio. Days, but I didn't want to have to spend
Mhm.
the special days and not to regret it later and say, with my mom one more day. Why do that? Just you
Well,
can,
Yeah.
definitely.
and I say something with a lot of you guys who are listening, who are, if you have your mom, your dad, spend time with them. Go visit them. It's very important. You want to be with them, and you're not being with them. That's my
Definitely.
that's my position. That's my position at this point.
Well, it's a good
And now that we're
position.
all crying, right? As we're all texting our mom, right? Um, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Rosario, for
you
these
so very
beautiful
much. Yes,
tears, right?
right,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, it
Uh,
makes me really miss my mom right now.
Real quick, David Vela, he had joined us. He said, "Hello, Indio and Ilda. Congrats to you
Hi,
both."
David.
David Vela, Oakland, is watching, of course. A good friend, Kelly Delgado, says, "Hello, Kelly. How are you doing?" From Sirius Tejano. She's got her own TV show, La Comadre. Be sure you check her out. She's got her show, and
Oh,
she's doing really, really good. Norma
Like,
Salazar, hello. How are you doing? From Mission. from Michigan. Is it Michigan? I don't remember.
From Michigan.
Yeah, she's a
Saludos.
wonderful supporter. Alfredo Rio says, "Wow, that was beautiful. I loved when your mom sang, and when mom would sing, his mom. I'm assuming. Yeah,
Dang, I'm still tearing up. Oh my god! I just texted my mom just so y'all know.
well,
Because
it's
that video actually just it connects so well with me because growing up, that's where I started was in church with my mom. She would play the piano and me and my sisters would sing. That's how my music started. And so it's like watching that and then we're talking about moms and I'm just like, I'm just a little teary-eyed tonight. But if my mom's watching, I love you, Mom. I'll go see you
well.
soon.
I just wanted to share that. And I wanted to add on to that and to say, those are things that are really special. And that's to be able to share that with the world, and I commend you for that because it's not anybody and everybody can do that. I think it's funny. I try to be as genuine as possible, which is really, to me, it's not very hard. I'm not a personality. I'm just me, which is kind of odd because a lot of times when I meet people out in the public, they go, "Oh my God, you really do laugh like that." And I was like, how would I? How else would I laugh? But I really am just this guy. This is who I've always been. But
Mhm.
it's wonderful. It's lovely to share those special moments and to be able to share it with friends, and that way we could all join and at least surrogately feel that love is wonderful and special. For those of us that do have our mothers still here, and those of us that don't have our mothers here, you know, because we
Yes, it's when you were talking about where the music comes from. It comes from experiences we grow, we love, we find love, and so on. Just life.
Mhm. Yeah, that's very true. Life.
Songs, when you hear the lyrics, that's where they come from. It's
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the one thing that I think, I always try to get from especially from newer artists, to get to realize is that, they have an impact. You know, they have an impact, and I think sometimes the callousness that we okay is sometimes a detriment because uh, we okay being callous and not caring what we say, but everything, has something.
Oh, we lost Jose.
He said goodbye. Goodbye without saying goodbye. He gave us a chance to um well uh Hilda, by the way, did I honestly I just found out not too long ago about the nominations for Gavino. Are you nominated? I didn't know. I didn't.
We're nominated.
We are. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So what are we
So
nominated for? I don't know. I have
okay,
no
so
idea.
let me think if I remember because I got a text last night from Clady.
Oh, Clady.
And she was like, "Hey, girl, congratulations! Like, I voted for you." And I'm like, "What is she talking about?" Yes. And of course, I'm like half asleep because it was like I don't know 10:30, some god awful hour that I was turning into a pumpkin at the time, and so I'm like, okay, I'll have to check it out. So I finally get to check it out. You're nominated for podcast. Yay! Yay!
I think
Right? So
it should be
congratulations.
us because it's not me by myself. I don't do anything by myself.
And then I think I'm on there for single or song of the year for No Voy a Ser Tu Tonta. And then I think female vocalist or female artist of the year, which
Mhm.
I'm yeah. And then What else? Oh, and then my fantastic keyword player, Mr. Richard Della Riva, has been nominated. Y'all go vote for him because this is his first time ever being nominated for like an award in the industry, and I'm super stoked for him because he is, gosh, one of my dearest friends. He would literally give you the shirt off your back, off of his back if he could. And wow, I have to brag on him because not only is he musically talented, which wow, and you're gonna hear some more of his production work. In fact, if you listen to my country single, the new one, Hazy with a Chance of Rain, out now. He did the arrangement and all of that stuff. That's all Mr. Richard Della Riva. And a few weeks ago, my car broke down. And let me tell you how amazing this guy is. And this is why you should go out and vote for him. He spent his entire weekend in my driveway, literally researching and trying every little thing to make my car work.
Wow.
Yeah. For no pay. He never asked for money. I tried to pay him, but no, he didn't want to take it. So that's just how awesome he is. He has such a big heart. And so y'all please just vote for him. Richard Della Riva under keyboard player. And yeah, that would just make my whole night. Like, I am stoked to be nominated and I am so honored and I truly appreciate it. But I want him to win, guys. Like, I just want him to win because he's a beautiful person.
So Janie says, so sad I couldn't hear everything that Jose had said. You must bring him back soon. Well, as you have asked, dun, 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 he's back. Welcome back. So
I'm glad we didn't scare you off.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't scare you off because I was in the middle of saying thank you so very much, brother. Click. Oh,
okay.
Wow,
Y'all, so I have to show you, like, I don't know if you can see this, but my mama wrote me back. Look at all that. Look at all that love right there. See, so, yeah.
My mom didn't. My mom sent me. My mom said, "Who's this?"
No, my mom. Okay, the last thing she says in here, she's like, "I love you more" with all these like emojis, right? Because moms always have to put the emojis. They go overboard, which you know, I love my mom. And she goes, "Everything okay?" Like there has to be something wrong for me to tell her I love her. Like,
why are you texting me again?
I know it's like, yeah, because she knows I'm a workaholic. She knows I'm always working like forever. And I felt really bad because I didn't get to go see her this year for her birthday, which was like a few weeks ago. But it's because my car was broken, so I couldn't drive anywhere. So she doesn't know this, and I hope she's not watching. She normally doesn't watch the show. She's a rerun kind of girl. So
yeah,
I actually plan on seeing her hopefully this weekend. If everything pans out, I'm crossing my fingers, y'all. So say some prayers that it works out so I can go see my mama this weekend. It's been a hot minute. It's been too long. But me and my brother Patrick, we kind of have like this little thing, like who loves mom more. So he gets to brag about it because he goes to see her all the time. So yeah.
There you go. Well, real quick before we start, check it out.
To see. Yeah.
That's Latin Groove right there. If you want to go ahead and get to Latin Groove News, go ahead and click on that QR code. It's going to take you there. So that way you can go get some more information from Latin Groove News with Jose Rosario's news magazine. And he's got all kinds of interesting information there for you. Make sure you go and check it out. That's how you support people. You go to their events, you go to their shows, support the newspaper. I mean, it's like a news magazine, but you go and support it and share it, and then you keep it going. We can only level up together.
We want that are important to us. We give the news exactly, and sometimes before the other NBC or CNN give the news, we scoop them out many times, because we have people in Mexico, in Spain, we have people, Puerto Rico, of course, and then we post the news, and then the next day, the other networks are going. So you do get the news that matter to you. We're covering the Hurricane Milton right now at this point, the Category 5.
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to be covering 7 for our friends there in Florida.
Mhm.
Yeah, and prayers to those people that are out there in the path of the hurricane. And then
Yes.
um, real quickly, this is not a political statement, but this is a clarification. The money that is given to FEMA and given to the immigrants are two totally different budgets. They do not share. That's against the law. They do not take from each other. That doesn't happen. FEMA does not receive donations.
There's a lot of misinformation.
Correct. FEMA does not receive donations. FEMA is only distributions. That's it. You cannot pay FEMA. You cannot
Mhm.
give them anything. You cannot donate to them. If you want to donate to FEMA, pay your taxes. That's how they get their money. There's two ways that FEMA is
Yep.
controlled. The money is released by the president, but the amount of money is dictated by the House of Representatives. That's all. So these lies, and they are lies, bona fide lies, that immigrants are stealing it is not only harmful, hurtful, but it's a disservice to the people that are there helping out the people in need. Because the people that need the money are going to believe you.
And I think we're smart
Yes,
enough to know
but
better
there's some
than that.
well,
There's
there's some
some
people that are
people
spreading it.
that
There's some
believe
people
those
that are
lies,
spreading it. Mhm. The
and
unfortunate part is that if you
we,
there there's going to be people that are going to believe it, and they're not going to take advantage of what's available to
Mhm.
them and think that this is it, and it's not.
yeah, yeah,
There's plenty of help out there. Do not take the word of social media, take the word of the government agency that's going to deny you. Do not tell yourself no. Let them tell you no.
Mhm.
Because if you tell yourself no, you've already lost.
yeah, exactly,
Let
exactly.
let them tell you no.
And
Love
you made a
one another.
great point. Don't believe what you see on. It may not be true.
Right.
Exactly.
It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that we have to bring it up, but we should help each other. And I've said
Mhm.
this
Yes,
before.
exactly.
The world is full of people. The world is full of people, but very few humans. We must be human to each other. That is the way we should live. If we were human with each other, we wouldn't have the need for groups because we would just love each other as we are. And that's the best way we could possibly be. Jose, we've come to the point of the show where you go ahead and it's all yours, brother. You can say whatever it is that you want to. Remind people what it is that you want to remind them. Be sure I've already got the Latin Groove QR code. As actually, people have already clicked on it. So you can go ahead and remind them whatever it is, and let them know where to get more information on you, or how to get a hold of you, or whatever it is that you want them. And it's just you by yourself. Hilda and I, we're going to go ahead and drop out.
Yep.
It's all by you.
Now, well, thank you guys for this time for sharing so many things. And I just want to make sure that I go to watch the movie. It starts November 22nd. Say a little prayer, say a little, and with Luis Fonsi and Angelica. Uh, we are going to be there very small. It's Los Cuatro Caballeros, Emmanuel J, Aaron, and Easy Sin, and myself singing Amante Siempre, which you can hear on radio station. And I just want to tell you guys, please support. You have your El Gallo Des, you have your Angel Jimenez, you got Ali, you got Annika, artist Emmanuel J, such an amazing singer. Just support that, and I do the same thing. Because in order for Tejano, the talent that we have today, And the talent that we have today in Tejano music is amazing. And then you also have great artists, Jones coming into the scene that open arms, because the quality keeps going. The icons we have Ram Herrera, we have Jay Perez, we have Shelly, we have Stephanie Montiel, Bobby Pulido, La Mafia, a lot of legends, a lot of icons that are the foundation of music. But we also need to welcome the new artists to have a future, to have a solid future. That we need to mentor those artists and that they do find us at this stable of Tejano music. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so very much, Jose.
Yay.
Yeah. I always say, Latin's a dead language because it never evolved. There's no word for microwave in Latin, and that's why it's a dead language. In order for Tejano to evolve, we have to change. That's what evolve means, change. Accept the change,
Mhm.
and it'll be change for the better. And these artists are so good. All of them are so very good.
Mhm.
And we here, Hilda is there to attest to. We believe that it's the audience that dictates what we play. With that being said, if you are a new artist, or
Tell
if
you,
you
being having been in the golden age of Tejano back when Shelly and
Mhm.
Jay and all those great artists came up, promoting with Sabina. I was there promoting with, so the, now I see the quality of the artists that we have. This new generation, these are vocalists on
Mhm.
steroids. You get Hilda, singer. You got Rita Cappuccino. We
Oh,
got El Gallo Des. You got Emmanuel. Just amazing voices. You got Ali, incredible. Angel Jimenez, master vocalist. You got Urbina Jones. We need to welcome in order for Tejano to go at a steady pace into the future. And I can tell you stories of when I was told that Como la Flor was not good enough to go into Mexican radio because it sounded Tejano. Then the Tejano station said it sounded too regional Mexican. Nobody wanted to play Como la Flor. Imagine that.
Yeah,
So think about that one.
definitely,
man, you have
definitely.
me in tears again, Jose Rosario. No, man, thank you so much for including me in that list. Like, wow, just wow. Thank
Gigi
you.
La Chicana says, saludos from Mission, Texas. Hello, everyone. Hello, sweetheart. If you are a new artist, or if you are a new band and you want your music to be heard, go ahead and send it into admin@qvoradio.net. It has to have two things. It has to be recorded by industry standards, and it has to have an ISRC code. That is for you, not for me, because Qvo Radio is a fully accredited radio station with ASCAP, BMI, CSEC, and SOCOR. And if you are listening to the music on the radio station, on the app, or on the website, you will see an add to cart button. You can click on that add to cart button. You can buy the song or buy the album through Apple Music. I do not make any money from that transaction, but because I participate in the program, I do get a discount on my licenses. Thank you so very much for being here with us. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. Hilda, do you have anything coming up here this week?
Go vote. Guadalupe Awards. I've got a few nominations, and Dio has a few nominations. Jose Rosario, do you have any nominations?
I have
Maybe he
no
might, y'all.
idea.
Go look under songwriter. Y'all will look, because I really didn't even pay attention to everything. But go vote, y'all. Go vote, because that's how we grow, and we support all of these new and up and coming artists, because there's a lot of new artists on the ballot, y'all.
Yes.
Go and
Yes.
support them. Go find your favorite one,
Yeah.
and just go and support them, because even just that one little vote helps, right?
And here's what I do. I know I said earlier that I didn't know that I was not. I really didn't know that I was nominated. I had no idea, and I appreciate the nomination. And I'm not going to say I don't. I don't dispel it. But this is what I do. I always go through the nominations of all the artists, and I don't discount whether they're valid or not. That doesn't matter to me. To me, is if I don't know who they are, I want to know why I don't know who they are. And I want to listen to their music because somebody thought they were good. And
Yes.
that's what I want. I want them to come to me. I want to hear them because somebody did. And that's the way we
Yes.
should be looking at these. Instead of judging, wow, they're not good enough. I don't have that mentality. That doesn't make sense to me.
So we
Everybody
have to
has
appreciate
talent.
everybody.
Everybody is appreciated. Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And
And
that's
this
the way we
ballot
should.
is like a cheat sheet of like everything that's happening in the industry.
I know,
Seriously.
right?
I mean, you just go and copy and paste into Google and be like, okay, let's go check this
That's
out.
the
Right.
sheet that I try to use all the time when people tell me there's no new Tejano music. Take a look at this fool, because it's a lot of people that's on there. Indio, I'm
Yeah.
sorry I have to do something, but I'll look back at the playback. Thank you so very much, B. I'll see you later. Thank you so very much, man. B is a good DJ out of Houston, and he always plays. That's how I don't have a top 10 because it's really hard to maintain the
Yeah.
integrity of a top 10 list. But what I do have
Yeah.
is I have a lot of DJ friends that are in the clubs, and I send them the music, and they can play it in the club. That's how I know whether the music's gonna hit or not, because the DJs are playing it live, and they can tell me, "Oh, dude, this one's a good one, and this one's a bad one," or this one really packed it. People really, it affected people. That's how I know.
Yeah.
Yes. And speaking of affecting people, y'all go check out my brand new single, Hazy with a Chance of Rain. It will make you cry because it makes me
Well,
cry.
that's it. Don't forget.
It's going to put you in your feels, guys.
Don't forget, Amante Siempre. We're going to leave you with Amante Siempre. Jose Rosario, thank you so very much, my friend. I do appreciate you so very much.
Thank you, Indio. Thank you, Hilda.
And hopefully this won't be the first. This is your house. You're welcome to come back anytime. Whatever you need from us, we are here for you. Once again, hey, Angel Jimenez just joined us. He says, "Saludos."
Angel.
Saludos, Angel. And by the way, Angel, I'm not going to go visit you. I'm not going to go visit you until your town has better restaurant food. Just say.
But there's an IHOP there. Like, aren't you always with breakfast? Yeah.
I know, but we had like three different Mexican food places. They all tasted the same, and I wasn't like,
When you were here, we ate Denny's every single day. That all tasted the same.
I know, but she lives down south. Well, no, you
Where
live further
do
south.
I live? Oh,
Never mind.
okay.
Never mind.
All right.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Indio, that's why
Angel,
you have
never
to
mind
carry
him.
your own salsa.
I don't. I can't. I don't eat salsa. I'm allergic to.
He
I
needs
get
to
pepper.
carry his own kitchen.
I need to carry my own kitchen. It's what I need to do.
Just
All
get
right,
a
guys.
mobile home. Yeah.
All right. That's definitely what I need to do.
Angel girl, I got your back, Angel. Just ignore
All right,
him. Ignore
cool.
him.
Be sure you go out and vote. If you live here in Texas, then today, or actually tonight, 12 o'clock midnight, is the last chance that you have to vote, to register to vote. Ken
Register to vote.
Paxton, the Attorney General, he did remove 1 million people from the voter rolls, and a lot of those people are people of color. So if you believe that you don't have to believe, just go and check. And I have the QR code right here. You can go ahead and go to that one, and you can check your vote to see if you are. You just need your driver's license and check and see if you are the one that if you were one of the ones that were removed from the voter roll. And you can register there, and you're good to go as long as it's post dated for tonight, 12 o'clock midnight tonight. That way your vote can count. If it wasn't important, they wouldn't make laws to get you off the vote.
That's right. Make sure you vote.
Make sure you vote.
Sorry, I'm reading Angel's comment.
Angel goes, "Oh my God, they made him eat steak with a plastic spoon." There, I know. See? What? I'm not lying. And they wouldn't let me do karaoke, by the way. We went to a restaurant, they had a karaoke thing, and I was like, "Can I do karaoke?" And they were like, "No." And I was like, "But I sing really good. My grandma told me I'm the best singer." And they were like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" So,
That's funny.
I know. So with that being said, thank you so very much with each and every one of you. And if today was not your day, if you were having a bad day today, just remember, every day planes take off against the wind. You matter. You are loved. God bless. be human to each other. We'll see y'all next time. And thank you so very much, Hilda. We'll see you later. Jose Rosario, once again, thank you so very much and blessings. Hasta luego, people. We're going to leave you once again with Amante Siempre from Los Cuatro Caballeros. It's from the movie Say a Little Prayer that's coming out in November, the week of Thanksgiving. Be looking out for it. November the 22nd, be looking out for it. I know I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be promoting it as well. Just I'm not going to make any money out of it, but because it's a great movie, that's why. And it's funny and it's culture, and that's how we level up. We level up together. We can only do it together.
Yes.
As people together. Juntos. Here we go. Hasta luego. Thank you so very much, Jose.
Bye, guys.
Gracias.
Ay, amor, ay, amor.
Quisiera verte y adorarte una vez más y saborear el dulce vino de tu boca, sentir tu cuerpo y escucharte suspirar. Mis manos tienen ansias de quitar tu ropa.
Si me dejaras, yo podría motivar cada centímetro de amor que hay en tu piel. La calle sola, la noche callada y en nuestro cuarto la luz apagada. Yo esperando, no tardes, mujer. Ven a mi lado, comparte mi cama. No me despiertes al irte mañana, que amarte siempre te recordaré.
De nuestro cuarto la callada intimidad en esta noche me recuerda tantas cosas. Déjame amarte solamente una vez más, para saciar la sed de amar que me provocas.
Si me dejaras, yo podría motivar cada centímetro de amor que hay en tu piel. La calle sola, la noche callada y en nuestro cuarto la luz apagada. Yo esperando, no tardes, mujer. Ven a mi lado, comparte mi cama. No me despiertes al irte mañana, que amarte siempre te